Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Balls Fantasy Football Week 10. I got 3 beast mode picks so lethal they can kill Ebola. I'm telling you, they can do it. So my first pick this week is a strange one. Percy Harvin, wide receiver of the Jets, of course. He's a 2.5 balls pick. You're playing the trends on him. And I want to really call him Percy Headcase Harvin. We know of all of his disciplinary problems that he had on the Seahawks. Got unceremoniously traded over to them for a crappy draft pick, is now on the Jets, but he has been making an impact, and they plugged him into the offense, and in 2 weeks, he has made a huge impact. Last week against the Chiefs in Week 9, he went 11 receptions for 129 yards. I'll take that on fantasy. So basically, that's why I'm putting him at a 2.5 balls pick. He's risky, but, I mean, he still had a presence. And even though he had his disciplinary problems, apparently Rex Ryan is dealing with him, and they're going to play the hell out of him. So I think they're going to keep playing the hell out of him and get you fantasy points. It's actually making for a very interesting dynamic because you now have Geno Smith out and you have Michael Vick in. Eric Decker had some very good numbers last week, too. So maybe Vic is making a difference, just giving a little bit of a different rhythm to the offense. Maybe he's throwing off defensive coordinators because they're used to Geno Smith just, passing into bad situations. But both Decker and Harvin are getting points, so get Harvin in your lineup this week. My second pick this week is a defense. I have the Bills defense in, and this is a one-ball pick because this is obvious. If you drafted the Bills defense, you're a genius, like I was on 2 of my teams, because they have been making tons and tons and tons of fantasy points. They're an 8th ranked defense right now, and in fantasy in your draft, they were not ranked high. You had all the obvious ones, the Ravens and the Seahawks and the Packers, and even some analysts said our Bears were going to be a good defense. Ha! You're idiots. Anyway, the Bills have been going crazy. This week, they are playing against Kansas City's 20th ranked offense. So you have to put them in because they've been putting up stellar points. You also have to pick them up because of the teams they have coming up. As I said, they had Kansas City last week. Miami is coming up. The Jets are coming up again. Even though they are with Michael Vick and they're a little stronger, they have been giving good quarterbacks fits. So I think Tannehill is going to be suspect against the Bills. I mean, the Bills made the Bears look like crap week 1. And Jay Cutler, that was back when he had his head on straight and was a decent quarterback before we were questioning his abilities. So the Bills got into his head, and the Bills are getting a lot of good quarterbacks' heads. He got 4 picks on Geno Smith the last time he played them. So he gets to play the Jets again. You're going to get more points out of them. The Bills' defense held Miami's offense to 10 points in week 2, getting you a whopping 41. That's right, 41 fantasy points out of your defense. That's what you're supposed to get out of a stellar elite quarterback, not your defense. And they held Detroit's offense to 14 points, getting 6 sacks in week 5, getting you 24 fantasy points on average in Yahoo leagues. You got to have the Bills. If they're sitting out on a waiver wire, people are insane to have them out there. If they're your backup or whatever, you got to play them this week. My third pick this week we usually do a don't start. This is a can't believe I'm saying start pick. Now, we all know how much we love Mark Sanchez here on Big Balls Fantasy Football. We even did a sketch about all of his excuses in Jetsland. Well, now he's on the Eagles, and as we all know, Nick Foles went out last week with a collarbone injury, and he's going to be out. Some people are saying 4, some people are saying 6, some people are saying 8. From what happened to Aaron Rodgers with his, shoulder, collarbone, that area. It can either be a quick heal or it can be a not quick heal. So anyway, you're going to have to deal with having Sanchez, but Sanchez hasn't been playing bad fantasy-wise. Get him in place of Nick Foles. Get him in if you're having a problem with any of your other quarterbacks. Because, that's why I'm giving him as a 3 balls pick. You're putting him in an injury situation. Last week, he completed 15 of 22 throws for 202 yards and a pair of touchdown passes. But here's where the problem comes in. He did throw 2 picks, so that screws you up a little bit. He's going to be kind of Jay Cutlery. He's going to get you the points that he puts on the board, but then unfortunately he's going to get the picks. But at least you're going to get some picks out of him. With Sanchez at the controls, the Eagles, are going to go long. They're going to take deep shots, and they're playing against the Panthers, 24th ranked defense this week in Week 10. And I think I've had a pick against the Panthers all 3 weeks, the last 3 weeks, because their defense just has not been holding. So I just think you should get Sanchez in. And basically, in preseason, in 3 preseason games, he went 25 of 31, 281 yards, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. There's that ratio of, there's the interceptions coming in and knocking out your touchdowns. But he's going to get you yards because they're going to have him pass far. I mean, McCoy, thank goodness, has been getting his game going the last few games. So he's going to even it out so Chip Kelly can, set up the run and then go for the pass. So those are my 3 beast mode picks. Next, we are going to do the balls profile of Peyton Manning. Stay tuned.